Welcome to today's presentation, Your Career Journey, Industry Challenges and Recommendations for Liberal Arts Students. This is with our special guest, Sue Ryan, who is a part of our Liberal Arts Advisory Board. Your experience here at SNHU is important to us. It is our policy and practice to create an inclusive and accessible learning environment. If there are any aspects of this video that present any barriers to accessibility, please notify our Online Accessibility Center as soon as possible at 866 305 9430. You can also email them at oac@snhu.edu. This video includes closed caption for the hearing impaired. Simply click the CC logo at the bottom of the video as shown here.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sue Ryan. I'm incredibly excited to share with you my educational and career backgrounds for this SNU Liberal Arts Video On Demand program. I am a proud 2015 master's graduate from SNU with a degree in communications and concentrations in digital media and marketing. I put together a few slides today to complement my messages for you that talk about my degrees, my career path, and my brand and how I'm using those. In my undergrad, when I was first getting started, I had no idea what I wanted to do. And I didn't have clarity on what I wanted to do as an undergrad. Fortunately, my dad said, if you don't have clarity, at least get a degree in something where somebody will pay you when you graduate from school. And he recommended I get a degree in accounting and business. Really good advice for me because when I graduated, I was able to get a job. And while that didn't stay the focus of my career, my entire career, it was a really strong foundation. I complemented that with a curiosity in computer science. And I didn't know that I wanted a career in computer science, but I was curious about it. So I added that. As an undergrad, that's where I got started. I then, after I graduated from my undergrad, I had a whole career, took a sabbatical, and then when I came back and wanted to get my master's, what I wanted to do is to figure out what degree would best serve me. And by that time, I had learned these following 4 questions. What breaks my heart? What do I see out there that I believe I can fix, that I want to touch the world with, that I want to make a positive impact with? What breaks my heart? What fills my heart? What am I passionate about? What do I want to share with the world? What do I know I can do? What strengthens me? What do I enjoy doing? Whether it's something I'm really great at or not, what do I really enjoy doing? And one of the things that's important about this is no matter what I'm doing in my professional career, the better that I get at things that strengthen me, the more that they can support me in challenging times. And then what weakens me? Get really honest about the things that I'm not great at, the things that I don't prefer to do, and give myself permission to say, hey, you know what? I don't care if somebody else says I ought to do that. This is not really my area. So I don't focus on having those things. Maybe I have to do a little bit of it, but it's not what I make my primary area. And based on that, I was then able to determine that my degree would be in communications with concentrations in digital media and marketing as I got my master's. And then when I was looking at my career, both as an undergrad and then after I got my master's, again, as an undergrad, I didn't have a lot of clarity about what I wanted to do. I found a job that would pay me based on the fact that I had accounting and computer science and business. So I was able to get a job. It wasn't my dream job, but it was a day job that I could get. And I complemented that actually with 4 other jobs. Not everybody needs to do that. For me, I did that because I wanted to add additional pieces of information that would strengthen who I was and what I wanted to do. And so what I didn't know then that I learned by the time it came to building my career from my master's is these 4 questions. Where do I feel like, or where do I want to become a thought leader? And as I'm building my career, it is because I'm a thought leader in a particular area. So I got crystal clear on where I wanted to be a thought leader. And that's what I'm following now. Who do I want to help? It's not that I like to help people. Okay, that's too broad. I got brutally honest. It was a very difficult exercise. I honed it way down and I kept some things out there that I could add to it. But who do I want to help specifically? What problem do I help them solve? And how do I want to help them? Am I creating a widget? Am I speaking? Am I helping others? Am I teaching? What is it that I'm doing? How do I want to help them? And be very, very specific about it. The reason that that's extremely important is that as I create my brand, I've got to have clarity on what I believe in and what I stand for. So my messages could be really clear and attract the people I'm meant to serve and focus on what they are really needing that I can help them with. It also helps me know how they can find me. I'm able to use the words they're searching for, even if they don't know my name, even if they don't know who I am. When I am very specific on what I'm doing and I'm very specific on who I help, I know what language they use. I start communicating in that language. And that again is why I got the degrees in communications, because I knew I wanted to be able to touch these people's lives. I wanted to reach them through the spoken word, through workshops, through online courses, and I needed to be able to understand how to be on different platforms, market myself, and communicate effectively. And the other part of this is, and this is the first part of this question, what do I want people to come to me for? You could ask this the whole time, and this is, what do people naturally gravitate to you for? Where do people naturally ask you for advice? What kinds of things do people feel very comfortable sharing with you? That you can be asking yourself your whole life, and you want to make sure that you're incorporating things that are doing that because you're naturally really good at it and you can build on that. The other part, now that I'm a little bit older, what is it that I want my legacy to be? When I was much younger, I couldn't have cared less about a legacy. My legacy now is, when I'm done doing this on a day in and day out basis, what am I leaving for other people to be continuing to learn from? And that becomes very, very important as we get older, so that we take the knowledge we've learned and make that become wisdom to help other people. Boy, when we get started, how do I pay the bills? What am I doing in the meantime between where I'm getting started and where I'm going to ultimately end up? And like I said, my dad said, find something people will pay you for and get started with that so you can build on that. So no matter what other education or whatever else you're doing and places you're going with your career, you have something you can fall back on, or you have something you can build on. What will people pay you for? When I say here, what can I do that funds my education? When I got out of college, I got a day job that did leverage my accounting and my computer science. And yet I knew ultimately there were other things I wanted to be able to do. And I wanted to learn in areas that was not sharing for me. So when I say fund your education, where can you get the kind of knowledge that is helpful to you for what you ultimately do want to be doing? And I got a job, well, it didn't make a lot of money, but I got a job doing something that helped me learn so that when I was ready to take that next step, I knew what I was doing. Next question is, who do I want to get close to so I can learn from? There was a thought leader who I really wanted to study and learn from. I got a part-time job, and again, it didn't pay very much, but I had access to that thought leader, and I was learning from an inside perspective, and that was really, really helpful for me. The other job I got a job that would just give me money, because at the time, I didn't have access to Susie Orman and Dave Ramsey. So I got a job that was just everything I got from there, I put into savings and I didn't touch it. For any of you, when you're getting out of school or when you're in school, learn from Susie Orman, learn from Dave Ramsey, learn how to not leverage what you're doing currently for the future. Learn how not to make short-term decisions with long-term consequences. They will help you. So even starting out when you're not making much money, you can really embrace what you're doing and stay there for a while because you're making very wise financial choices. And that helps a whole lot. I had another job to do that, and it really gave me a lot of peace of mind. It also, when we have unstable times, it gives you a nest egg. So if for any reason the job you're doing goes away, you're not immediately desperate for money. Very, very helpful for you as you're building your career, no matter what phase of your life it's in. I chose to become an author as one of the ways to create a platform for me to get to the ultimate way I'm communicating with my target audience. I didn't start out to become a best-selling author. I started out to become an author because I could use that as a platform, as a foundation to be an authority. I'm an author. I'm an authority on a particular topic. And so I looked at what message I wanted to make sure that I was touching the people who I wanted to touch their lives, what I was passionate about, what I stood for. I wrote a book about that, and I used that as the foundation. The exciting part of that is I chose to self-publish. After a lot of research about it, I chose to self-publish because I had a lot more flexibility and a lot more control on Amazon. The great part about it is putting it all together and marketing it and everything. Amazon has so many free resources, and there are other industry thought leaders that have free resources. I didn't have to spend any money figuring any of that out. It was just, I put the book up, I got it out there, and I self-published. Now, because I had learned so much from what they did, the byproduct of that is I actually did become an international best-selling author. And I now, for the rest of my life, can say that. And so that platform is allowing me to then get access to what I want to do. I've got authority for speaking, for doing coaching, for doing online courses, for doing workshops, for getting on podcasts. I wish you the very, very best in your careers and in your educational future. And I hope that these messages have been helpful for you. And if I can ever do anything to support you, please never hesitate to reach out. Good luck.
We realize that this has been a short presentation to introduce you to our topic today. However, if you are in need of one-on-one support, you can always contact our career services team to set up a career consultation. My name is Sonia. Thank you for watching.